I've been having technical difficulties for days, so I'm recording this in live mode, but not really live, just so that I can hopefully make this work. So, no, you didn't miss a live. I'm sorry if that is gonna uh, confuse some people. So, I have been seeing for a while comments that individuals are having some difficulty with this, and I wanted to share some information about this specific polish, which is the Cat Eye from Maniology. It is Pearl and Anchor P184. It's not a stamping polish. It is supposed to be like the cat eye that you would cure without needing to be cured, with the lighting and all that fun stuff. So, first, though, before I go into how the process is, I need to explain partly why some people are having difficulties. And a lot of it has to do with the technique of how you're creating it, as well as what you're using to create it. Now, I believe this was in the August of 2025 monthly subscription box, and the gift came with these circular magnets. Now, this is not something that's a chain. They are just super incredibly magnetic, and they all are individual little balls that magnetically go together. And I don't know if you noticed that, but see how strong they are? They literally just go to each other that way. So there's that. The problem is, though, the surface of this was so small, because I want to say the theme was sail away or something to that effect, that it was more of a nautical theme. So the idea is that these would create the waves that make this look like water. But to do the typical standard cat eye that most people are probably trying to do, this isn't going to be large enough. It's strong enough, but the dimensions of it are not going to give you that effect. And this is, I think, what most people are trying to achieve, where it gives you that shimmer, and then you have the mirroring and all the different things that make it look like cat eye. And I hope that is, I don't know if I have light on or not. I can't tell. These controls are different. Okay. So you see where you get the streak here, and then it's more of the shimmer there. And part of this one is a difficult one because it's silver. So the illusion of the cat eye kind of gets lost with all of the flash of but I hope that makes sense. I hope that is able to be seen. So at this point you want to roll your polish. Some say you shouldn't shake. I don't know if I'm not a tech. I'm not a polish person of the chemistry of things. I shake, I roll. I don't notice that there's anything necessarily wrong with my polishes, but it has magnetic shimmers and things, so you want these to be moved because they want to stick to the glass and fall to the bottom and all that fun stuff. So we've got that all shook up. And then I have it opened because I want to be able to prepare. Now, in some other cat eye polishes that I have yet to use in videos, but I will be soon at some point when I get myself all ducks in the same pond. This is a magnet that came with a different type of polish, and it's pretty strong. Also, the same thing, different type of wand, and they're a larger surface, so you're going to get a little bit more surface pull. I'm trying to keep these things away from each other because they're magnetic, so they want to pull towards each other in that way. Okay, this is one that I got that is like a refrigerator type thing that's really wide. And then this is another one that super, super. So I'm trying to keep them away from also my phone and other things. So there you go. And the reason I'm using those things is so I can explain. I mean, the process will show you more of what is, how it works. Okay, so now let me move this one. I don't really have surfaces non-protected. Anyway, okay, so there we are. So my demo is going to go out of the way here because we don't want it to be in the way. And then I have these that I did. Okay, this one is just the plain, like this one. There's nothing else on it. These two is the BAM white and the bone white, and you get a better, your image is going to show up better if you're doing it over something else. You need a different contrast so experiment with what you have. If you want to try this and see if it works for you. So again, the steps are long, the steps are many, and many of you are going to go, no, that's too much work. But if you can't use or don't want to use the other typical type of cat eye polishes, then this is kind of going to be your other option. So you're going to swirl the spindle of this so you get it all down off the brush. You don't want anything dripping. And then you're going to take the barest, smallest amount. This is kind of like for those of you who are bakers or construction people. I mean, you understand you are doing your crumb coat. Crumb coat. Words are hard. Crumb coat or your primer coat. You're just doing the barest. And yes, I know doing multiple passes that people, you shouldn't swipe more than just 3 times. Yeah, no, that's a myth. I shouldn't say myth. That happened because the company with a polish that was created for nail techs during World War II, I believe it was, they were trying to conserve. So it was like only do 3 passes. It's not so much that it's a myth, but that's where that idea came from, and it has come down the years that this is what you do. It's just to use less polish, and then you're charging the customer for services. Okay, so thin polish, but you do you, boo. I'm just sharing what I know. And no, I don't expect you to believe me. Do your own due diligence. Okay. So we did the barest of the barest of the barest of the minimums. And we're going to go back and we're going to do another very thin, absolutely just microscopic layer. The thinnest you can get. And no, using the French plates or the block plate, those would be too thick of a coat. So no, we're not. And that's if you could get a good pickup. Because again, this is not a stamping polish. But if you want to do that, test it out. Okay. So we are now third coat. And each time we're using just a tiny bit more. And the reason why is because it has to do with how the layers of the particles of the magnetic. And if you wanted to, between each coat, you could use your magnets to move the polish. Okay. So, no. Okay, so we are damp. We're still tacky. We've done 4 coats. We're now going to do a thicker coat. And then we're going to do more. Because this is silver, so we don't want the streaks. Okay, so we've got a lot there, and you can kind of sort of, I hope, see there's a little bit of the, but now you take the really big magnet and you just kind of move. And I hope you can see it changing. And then you just hold it. And we're just going to sit here and hold it. And you let it air dry. And it's the layering of the polish in the thin layers to the thick layers to get it to pool in the right places, that when you add a big enough magnet. So you could do this with one of those wands. It would just be decide which way you want it to be, and know that you're going to be in that direction. And I would do this, you know, where you could put the tip on a stand and put the magnet where it needs to go and just keep painting it and letting the magnet do what it needs to do. The problem is you can't do that on your own hand. So that's where you get a really big magnet is helpful to create that image, because doing it through your skin and all the blood and everything else is going on. This is a polish, though, that I would recommend probably would be best to use on tips, and then get really good stickers. You could get I have a batch that's a brand that I think works really well for me. Melissa from WASN and More, she found a batch and has shared in her videos that there's a different version that from what I get, that she gets, that she says are really, really, really secure. Find you some stickers, the nail tip stickers, or if you want to glue them on and go down that route, this would be the type of polish that you would use that for. You can do it on yourself, but it's not going to be as easy. So there's that. And did we hold it long enough to get? I think we did. And no, I would not top coat it at this point. You want to let it settle and sit and all that fun stuff. Now, the other thing is that, yep, shocks me and scares me every time he does it. Oh, that's so much fun. We're going to just leave it. Oh yeah, just dent it with your own nail. Okay. So hopefully we have a lot on that one. And we're just going to leave all the weird stuff. I think it's so cool when it moves. Oh, my neighbors are out there doing something. I don't know what. No, no. No, no. Okay, thank you. No, no. No. No, I'm still... Princess, stop it. Thank you. That's enough. That's enough. Nope, I'm still here. I'm still here. Stop. Oh, she's just gonna be mad. I knew it. She heard the neighbors and now she's... Okay, you saved Mommy. Stop it. Ouch. No. Ouch. No. Clicker. She don't like the clicker. I said no. I said no. No. Did we get this one? Okay. Yeah, there it is. Got a little bit. Now, the other option, and I tested this out, and it worked, is I was able to kind of sort of get the cat eye. I mean, not as well, but I could get it. I did get it. And created a sticker, a decal. So I have this one. And I smushed it. I can redo it. And this was working better. It was more flexible when I originally did it, but then I had technical difficulties and it's been sitting longer that it's now really stiff. But if you work on it and let it sit for about 30 minutes, then keep testing until you can get it up in one piece, maybe an hour, it'll work a lot better than what this is doing. But this would lay down a lot better if it had more flexibility to it. But there's my options of what I figured out how you could get this to work. And I hope that helps. Um, and that back. I don't know, for grins and giggles, let's just see if we can get a better version of this over a dark, because I haven't tested that one out yet. Ooh. I think throwing it over a dark shade does work it a little bit better. And then we're just going to sit here. That one didn't work so well because I let it sit too long. So this is bone white is underneath, and this is straight up black. I don't know. What do you think? Is that something you would do? Something you have? Something you're going to try? Let me know in the comments what you think. And let me know if it worked out for you. The solution, multiple thin coats building up in a much bigger magnet. A really, 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 really strong, really big magnet. And then you can get it to work. Either that or you're just doing a lot of thin coats with the little magnets and just keep building it as you go to get the design you're looking for. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being a part of my community and following me along. Yes, I know, I heard them. Thank you. Okay, I'm almost done. Give me a minute. Please be kind. Do not let those who are part of the Misery Loves Company Club recruit you. They are always recruiting. And sometimes that's even me with my demanding diva dog. We love her so much. Thank you, baby. Thank you. That's enough. It's just the upstairs neighbors. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye. If I can figure out how to. And there we are. Got it. Bye.